Hey, Black Creative Healing family, Natasha here. The sounds you're hearing in the background are the dulcet tones of Gracie's Corner, a fabulous little Black kids music channel, if you aren't familiar with it. I am currently hanging out with my 18-month-old and just felt like recording a little countdown of like the most recent things that happened in the BCH universe that you might not have been aware of. So I'm gonna count them down. I'll put a number on the screen somewhere. The first one is the link in our bio. Whenever you're wondering what's going on in the BCH universe, check that link in our bio because it gets updated pretty regularly, definitely more than the website does. So that's number one, is the link in our bio. And that link is accessible via all of our socials, and I'm gonna make sure it's accessible via the YouTube page too. That's the top of my 18-month-old's head, by the way. Second thing, speaking of my kids, is a short YouTube series. The first episode of Mommy Daughter Gaming with my eldest Momo dropped this week. Patreon folks got to see it first, as did the folks in our Discord community. So that was fun to release that in advance for those folks. But yeah, there's footage of me and my eldest playing Minecraft together on YouTube now. I don't know how long it'll stay up, but it's there now and you should definitely check it out. You know, something that I think is kind of interesting is that it might not make immediate sense why I would post a Let's Play with my child as part of the Black Creative Healing sort of like pantheon of stuff that we do, but that sort of leads to the next thing that might have happened that you might have missed, which is to check out our newsletter if you aren't subscribed already, to get connected there, because the newsletter often ties together, you know, little behind the scenes details on like why we're sharing the things that we do. And so I talk about the value of creative play and give some background on that video. Most recent newsletter that went out before this video also links to the Patreon, which would be the next thing that you might have missed in the BCH community. The Patreon is a space where folks get like premiere access to behind the scenes things that may eventually get shared publicly, but they also get access to things that may never be shared publicly. There's a document called The Archive where I'm documenting the process of creating the rest of the BCH album. I don't know that that's ever gonna be released publicly. That's Patreon only right now. So highly recommend you check that space out if you wanna get a little bit more insight into our process, and also prompts for your own like exploration into Black creative healing concepts, especially in advance of the book coming out that Adnika and I mentioned. Like, the Patreon is where you're going to get access to a lot of stuff that sort of primes the pump for the book coming out. So yeah, journaling prompts, blog posts, Patreon is where it's at. But that also connects me to the last thing that I'll touch on in this video, which is the new one-to-one offerings that are available. The BCH Services Guide was updated for 2025 and includes 3 brand new offerings that we're really excited to be able to share with community and hope that you'll check out. They're opportunities to work with me directly, and they're open to anybody. You don't have to be Black to work with me. Like, you can be a non-Black person. I use my own Afro-Indigenous perspective to inform the work that I do, and we find ways to connect that to your lived experience. So highly recommend checking out the new BCH Services Guide and get yourself on my calendar before those books close, because they will not be open long. There's so much that we want to do and not enough hours in the day. So the books are going to be only open periodically, like we're talking like a month, and then they close for like 3 or 4 months. So if you've ever been curious about working with me, now is a great time to do it, and you should definitely get in on that. Oh, I just remembered something you have the opportunity to not miss, which is a rundown on Instagram that details a little bit more about these new offerings that we have coming out. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, hop back over to the Instagram and check out that post so you can get a little more detail about the new offerings, what they're about, what you can expect, and why they might be for you. So yeah, check out the Instagram. I think that's the rundown. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting Black Creative Healing. We really appreciate y'all.